Good afternoon.
Hi, Judge. Do we are we waiting on a public defender?
Let's see.
He might be, Your Honor. They
Yeah,
are.
we're just waiting for just a sec. I
Okay.
don't see
All
him
right.
yet.
A little housekeeping. If you guys got my list, delete Alex Cruz. He was
Okay.
a trial transport and he got on my list just by
Okay.
mistake, so we won't be seeing him. I do
Yeah.
have Mr. Gomez Lopez sitting right here, and I think we do have our interpreter, so we're ready to go on our end.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see if I got. Still don't see him yet.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Your Honor, just a heads up, they're still in trial down there from this morning's docket.
Okay.
So I'll be swapping with Ashley once she gets done with that.
Gotcha. Is Lilich doing it?
Yeah, he's down there, which is probably what we're waiting on. Because if
Okay.
Ray isn't here, there's
Yeah, right. Trent was going to do the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be a minute, Mr. Doyle, because
Yeah.
they're trapped down there.
Sure, I understand. And for you, Judge, I definitely got the notice from Dominic about starting a little earlier next week, but Tuesdays I am really flexible, so I'm
Okay.
getting a feel for what we're all up against over there on your part.
Yeah.
So I can almost go earlier without any problem.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know what you've got,
because
but
the
yeah,
yeah, because the in court starts at 1 and
right.
15 minutes sometimes just isn't enough
Correct. It is
to get
not.
started.
So, but
Yeah,
just to put that out to you, and I didn't tell that to Dominic, but I'm pretty free. I have no
okay,
other courts on Tuesday, so
gotcha.
if you wanted to go even earlier, we could certainly do that.
All
So, but
right.
maybe 30 minutes will get
Yeah,
us
we
up.
should be, yeah, because usually takes about 30 minutes.
Right, right, agreed. So, okay, I'm gonna go
Sounds
dark
good.
waiting on
Yeah,
Shane.
we're gonna wait. Yeah.
it shouldn't be too long. I think they were on their final witness.
Okay.
Your Honor, I think they're here. I just heard Ashley.
All right. I'm waiting for, oh, there she is. Okay.
Okay, ready, set, go?
Yeah, I ready, set, go.
Here we go.
Hello, I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court.
Hola, yo soy la jueza Whitman con el Tribunal Municipal de Kansas City, Kansas.
Hola, buenas tardes.
You,
Hello, good afternoon.
you have some unresolved matters here in our court.
Usted tiene asuntos en resolver en nuestro tribunal.
You have a charge of domestic battery,
Tiene un cargo de agresión intrafamiliar,
2 counts of just regular battery,
2 cargos de únicamente agresión con lesiones
and 2 counts of destruction of property.
y 2 cargos de destrucción a la propiedad.
What I've done is I've appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, who's here. And I would like you to speak with him about how we're going to proceed. I want you to understand that you have a right to a trial.
Lo que yo he hecho es que le he nombrado un abogado de oficio, el señor Lilich, que está presente para que usted hable con él y vean cómo van a proceder. Y quiero que usted tenga en mente que también tiene el derecho a un juicio.
Ok.
Ok.
So if you could tell the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you can speak to your lawyer in private.
Si le puede decir al carcelero que le dio los audífonos que lo coloque en un virtual separado y usted puede hablar con su abogado en privado.
Ok. Ujú.
Mr. Lilich?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I have had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Gomez. I have reviewed with him a plea offer made by the city. Your Honor, I've explained to Mr. Gomez that in lieu of accepting this plea offer, I've explained it to Mr. Gomez that he does have an absolute right to have a trial, and I've discussed his rights related to trial with
Give me
him.
1 second. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Su señoría, yo he repasado la oferta con el señor Gómez y yo le he dicho al señor Gómez que a cambio de su declaración de culpabilidad, conforme a la oferta que se le ha hecho,
Your Honor, my understanding of the plea offer is that if Mr. Gomez pleads guilty to one count of domestic battery, the city will move to dismiss the count of criminal damage to property.
su señoría, lo que yo tengo entendido del acuerdo declaratorio es que si el señor Gómez se declara culpable a un cargo de agresión con lesiones corporales intrafamiliar, se retirará el cargo de daño a la propiedad.
And that as part of the plea agreement, Your Honor, the city would recommend a 90-day underlying sentence, that the defendant serve 2 of those days in jail, then be placed on probation for 1 year on the balance, on the condition that he obtain a domestic violence evaluation.
Su señoría, a cambio de la declaración de culpabilidad, a este acuerdo declaratorio, la fiscalía está recomendando una condena subyacente de 90 días, cumplir 2 días de esa condena y luego colocarlo en una probatoria de 1 año, sobre la balanza y llevar a cabo o realizar una evaluación de violencia intrafamiliar.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
In our system, he is listed as Alfonso with an S and Alfonso with a Z. All of these charges, and there are more than what the plea offer suggests, all happened at the same residence. So I'm assuming it's the same person.
I apologize,
So,
Your Honor.
yeah, and we had an issue here.
Voy
Go
a
ahead,
detener,
interpreter. Go ahead.
voy a detenerlo ahí porque en el sistema lo tenemos como Alfonso con S y Alfonso con Z y hay más cargos que dos, hay varios cargos y todos sucedieron en la misma residencia, así que yo asumo de que es la misma persona, así que tenemos ese problema.
So I don't know if you want to redo the offer, or you just want to keep those other charges for another day, and he can deal with those because he just recently got them.
Entonces no sé si quiere rehacer la oferta o si a esos cargos los van a dejar para otro día y que los resuelva otro día, porque recientemente los ha recibido.
Judge, I led Mr. Gomez to believe that this resolved all of his pending cases.
Well, they don't,
Bueno,
unfortunately.
su señoría, yo lo que le hice creer al señor Gómez es que esto resolvería todos los casos pendientes que él tiene, pero no, no es así, desafortunadamente.
And also, are the parties aware that he does have an ICE hold? So putting him on probation, I don't know if he's going to be able to do probation.
También las partes están conscientes de que él tiene una orden de retención inmigratoria, así que al colocarlo a probatoria no estoy segura que va a poder cumplir con la probatoria.
Judge, should the city wish to make a plea offer that resolves all of Mr. Gomez's pending charges, I'm happy to review that with him. I would point out that he has been in custody since last Friday.
Su señoría, si la fiscalía quiere emitir una orden, perdón, una oferta para el señor Gómez, que resolvería todos los casos de él, yo podría repasar eso con él. También él ha estado preso desde el viernes pasado.
If we are not able to resolve all of his pending charges today, I would ask that the court consider granting him an OR bond from these cases And then I guess ICE will do as they may do.
Si no se pueden resolver todos los casos que él tiene pendientes el día de ahora, entonces solicito que lo dejen salir bajo palabra en cuanto a los casos y luego inmigración pues va a hacer lo que ellos tengan que hacer, supongo.
Well, how does the city wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I apologize. I would like to be able to resolve all of Mr. Gomez Lopez's cases today. I was only able to find Mr. Alfonso with an S under Alfonso Gomez. I'm looking under Alfonso with a Z, Gomez.
Let me just suggest, type in GOMALF and they all show up.
Yes, ma'am.
Su señoría, le pido disculpas. Me gustaría poder resolver todos los casos pendientes del señor Gómez López. Yo he buscado bajo el nombre de Alfonso con una S. Me han salido Alfonso Gómez y estoy buscando también bajo el nombre de Alfonso con una Z Gómez. Bueno, búsquelo de esta manera, GOMALS. ALF, perdón.
Yes, Your Honor, they all do appear and there is no Z and that's why I apologize. I'm not sure how I missed all of these.
Su señoría, sí, ya todos me han salido, y no veo ninguna Z. Le pido disculpas, no sé cómo se me pasaron por alto.
Or are you working on a plea agreement now with those things?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
¿Y está trabajando en formular una oferta declaratoria en cuanto a todo eso? Sí, sí, señora, sí, lo estoy haciendo.
Mr. Lilich, why don't you go back out in the out room and I'll have the defendant do the same.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I
El,
will email you, Mr. Lilich. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank
este,
you.
el señor Lilich y el acusado y yo vamos a regresar al cuarto virtual separado y la fiscal le va a mandar el correo electrónico al señor Lilich.
So if you could tell the defendant, the person that gave him the headphones, put them back out in a breakout.
Dígale,
Ujú.
He's got it. Yes, Mr. Lilich.
Your Honor, the city has provided an amended plea offer for Mr. Gomez's cases. I have reviewed that with him. It's his intention to accept
We have an
that.
interpreter.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Judge.
Go ahead.
Señor Lilich, si su señoría, la fiscalía nos ha suministrado un acuerdo declaratorio enmendado, lo he repasado con el señor Gómez y él tiene la intención de aceptarlo.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the city has offered that should Mr. Gomez plead guilty to domestic battery and simple battery, the city will move to dismiss Mr. Gomez's remaining charges.
Su señoría, lo que yo tengo entendido es que la fiscalía está ofreciendo que a cambio de la declaración de culpabilidad del señor Gómez a un cargo de agresión física intrafamiliar y un cargo de agresión física simple, retirarán el resto de los cargos.
The city will recommend a concurrent underlying sentence of 90 days in jail.
La fiscalía recomendará una condena concurrente de 90 días en la cárcel.
That Mr. Gomez be placed on probation on the balance of that sentence after having served 4 days in jail.
Que el señor Gómez sea colocado en probatoria por el resto de esa condena después de haber cumplido 4 días en la cárcel.
And that his probation will be conditioned on him obtaining a domestic violence evaluation and anger management evaluation, on him not having violent contact with the victims, and on him paying a total fine and court costs of $373.50.
Y la probatoria tiene las condiciones de someterse a una evaluación de violencia intrafamiliar, una evaluación del control para una evaluación de control de ira, no tener contacto violento con a la víctima, no quebrantar las leyes y pagar una multa y costas judiciales de $373.50.
Your Honor, I have explained to Mr. Gomez that he has an absolute right to have a trial on all these charges and his rights related to trial.
Su señoría, yo le he explicado al señor Gómez que él tiene el derecho absoluto de tener un juicio por todos estos cargos y los derechos que tendría en ese juicio.
He would ask that the court accept this agreement as its order, give him credit for time served on the 4 days in jail, since he advises me he's been in custody since last Friday.
Y él está solicitando que acepte este acuerdo declaratorio y que lo emita como orden y que le dé crédito por el tiempo ya cumplido de 4 días, ya que él me ha indicado a mí que lleva preso desde el viernes pasado.
And set a date for him to report to probation.
Y fijar una fecha para que él se reporte a probatoria.
Mr. Gomez, do you understand what your lawyer just said?
Señor Gómez, ¿usted entiende lo que su abogado ha dicho?
Sí, sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
By entering the pleas to the simple battery and domestic, you're giving up your right to have a trial. Is that what you want to do?
Al usted declararse culpable a el cargo de agresión física intrafamiliar y agresión física simple, usted está renunciando a su derecho a un juicio. ¿Eso es lo que usted quiere hacer?
Sí, está bien, sí es lo que quiero hacer.
Yes, that is fine. That is what I want to do.
So to the charge of domestic battery, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Entonces, al cargo de agresión física intrafamiliar, ¿cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And to the charge of simple battery, guilty or not guilty?
Y al cargo de agresión física simple, ¿culpable o no culpable?
Culpable también.
Also guilty.
All right. I will accept your pleas. All the other charges will be dismissed. I will agree to the rest of the agreement.
Acepto su declaración de culpabilidad y el resto de los cargos serán desestimados. Y yo también acepto el resto del acuerdo.
90 days in jail, suspend all but the 4 days, which you will get credit.
90 días en la cárcel, que le suspendan todo menos 4 que ha cumplido en la cárcel.
You'll be on 12 months probation with our city court probation.
Estará sometido a 12 meses de probatoria con la probatoria del Tribunal Municipal.
You must get a domestic battery evaluation and an anger management assessment.
Tiene que someterse a una evaluación de violencia intrafamiliar y a uno del control de ira.
No violent contact with the victims. You can have contact, just no violent contact.
No puede tener contacto violento con las víctimas. Sí puede tener contacto, no más que ese contacto no puede ser violento.
The total fine is $350. There is no state fee, so it's just a total of $350.
Las multas completas son $350. No existe tarifa del estado, así que es 350 el total.
All right. There you can have you cannot possess any guns.
No puede poseer ninguna pistola.
I will set this for you to report to probation April 10th, which is Thursday, in 2 weeks, at 10 a.m. here in City Court. It's on the second floor of City Hall.
Lo voy a agendar para que se presente a las oficinas de probatoria el 10 de abril, que es un jueves en 2 semanas a las 10 de la mañana aquí en el Tribunal Municipal, en el ayuntamiento, es el segundo piso.
If you do not appear on that date, April 10th, a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Si no se presenta ese día, el 10 de abril, se va a emitir una orden para que lo arresten.
This case will not hold you anymore, so possibly ICE could come and do something.
Ya no está siendo detenido por este caso, así que posiblemente inmigración pueda llegar a hacer algo.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No, son todas.
No, that's it.
All
Gracias,
right.
señoría.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That will conclude the hearing. You can give the gentleman back the headphones.
Eso concluirá esta audiencia y le puede brindar al señor de regreso los audífonos.
Gracias.
Thank
Gracias a
you.
usted también.
Yeah, check back with the deputy. Just all done there, Judge?
Yes,
Okay, and that would be the only one for the interpreter. I'm
right.
moving
Thank you.
to Malik Gilmore. I'll be back soon.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, that one was strange because it looks like there was one of the charges got filed on the 25th of March and then all of the rest of them came on the 27th. So I must have just put
I
it in
don't-
where there was only the two
I
of
got
them.
nothing. I don't know. It was
Eh.
crazy. Shane, how did Judge Ryan rule on the destruction of the video? Did he?
He denied my effort to
Well, I'm sure it
Raise
was a
it.
valid one.
well, as I understood your ruling, once evidence was presented, you were open to considering what that evidence may be. And we put on evidence today and I asked him to consider it, but he looked at the law and denied it. So,
I was just curious. Because
so
those are unpublished cases, so he came down and I printed them out and he took them away, so.
I gave him the electronic references that you gave
Right.
us, and I think he had trouble with them, so.
Right, because they were unpublished and his Westlaw, I don't think had allowed to get unpublished printed.
Right. Well, I guess, thank you very little, Judge.
Well, hey, I'm just giving the law. I didn't, you know,
Yeah, I know.
it was like I said, it was a valiant effort.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Mr. Lilich. I just realized on
ma'am.
Miss Gilmore, I I had her I had I had a guilty plea on no insurance, driving while suspended, and operating without a proper vehicle license.
Yeah, I see that.
I did that because I wasn't sure what we might have, so I'm you have my plea for the domestic battery, and the other three we can dither about if you would like.
Okay, well,
Okay.
how about I present it to her the way you got it, and then, well, unless you want to change it, and we'll see what
If
she
she
wants to
can, if
do.
she can provide, I mean, you know the rules, Shane, if she
Oh,
can
well,
provide
yeah,
me, I mean, if she can show she's got insurance or had insurance on that day, I'm gonna drop that
yep,
one.
okay,
If she's currently tagged, I'm gonna drop that one, and then you're gonna have to tell me what the situation is with her license.
all right, I sure will. And if she
Okay,
tells me she's valid, I can look it up with KDOR from right here, and I'll let you know.
okay, thank you, sir. I just wanted to
Nope,
explain why it looks weird.
nope, it looks fine. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Gilmore.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Gilmore. I am Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved cases here. You have a domestic battery and some traffic matters, no insurance, no registration, and driving while suspended. I have appointed counsel for you. Mr. Lilich is here so that you can talk to him about how we're going to proceed on these matters. I want you to understand that you do have a right to a trial. I'm going to ask you, to the gentleman that gave you the headphones, could you tell him to put you in a breakout so that you can speak with your lawyer in private?
Okay. He said, can you put me in a breakout?
Yes, Mr. Lilich.
Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer to resolve Mr. Gilmore's pending charges. I have had the opportunity to review that with him. I have explained to him that he does have a right to have a trial on all these charges, and I've explained his rights related to trial. In lieu of proceeding to trial, he'd like to accept the city's plea offer. My understanding of that plea offer is that he would be pleading guilty to domestic battery, guilty to no proof of insurance, guilty to driving while suspended, and guilty to operating a vehicle without it being properly registered. My understanding that in exchange for that plea, the city's going to recommend a 90-day underlying sentence, that Mr. Gilmore serve 2 of those days in jail, that he then be placed on supervised probation for 1 year on the balance of 88 days, on the condition that he obtain a domestic violence assessment, have no contact with Jasmine Scott, and that he not own or possess any firearms, and that he pay a total fine and court costs of $410.50. Your Honor, Mr. Gilmore would like to accept that plea offer, and he would ask that you adopt it as your order.
Mr. Gilmore, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes, ma'am.
That you are basically pleading as charged to the charges, that you would get a 90-day sentence in jail, suspend all but 2 days. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
I believe you've been in custody for the 2 days, so that we would be releasing you today. I don't think you'll get out of jail, but at least you'll be released on these matters. Do you understand that?
Yes.
By entering the plea, however, you're giving up your right to a trial. You have that absolute right. Do you want to still give up that right to enter the plea?
Yeah.
All right. How do you plead to the charges? Domestic battery, no registration, driving while suspended, no insurance.
Guilty.
All right. I'll accept your plea. I will agree to the recommendations of the parties. That 90 days, 2 days, you get credit for time served. You'll have 12 months on probation. You must get a domestic battery assessment, follow the recommendations. Was there no contact with this Jasmine Scott, or no violent contact? I didn't hear.
Your Honor, my understanding is it's no contact
No
with
contact.
Jasmine
All
Scott.
right. All right. And do you understand what that means, Mr. Gilmore?
Yes.
Okay. You cannot possess any firearms. And let me just glance at what so the total fines are $350 total. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. You will have to report to probation. I believe your sentencing in the other matter is going to be April 4th, which is next Friday. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
All right. Then what I'll do is you are required to report to probation here with the city on April 10th, which is that next Thursday after you're sentenced on the matters over in district court. You'll have to be here at 10 o'clock on the second floor to report into probation. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. If you do not appear, a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Okay.
All right. So make sure you appear on that day. We will send paperwork over to release you on these matters, and expect to see you on April 10th at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. You have a good day, and I wish
All
you
right.
good luck in your other matter.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Right. The next 3 are in the same pod, different floor. I'll be back soon.
All right.
Ma'am, I'm just gonna run to the restroom real quick and I'll be back.
Oh, sounds good.
Pardon me, Judge. Nicholas Stone is here.
Stone.
There you go.
And hello, I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here that we need to discuss today. I'm gonna hang on just a second. I had somebody else pulled up here. All right, you have a failure to appear summons and a domestic battery. It looks like the domestic battery ticket was received February 14th of 2020, and then at various times you failed to appear. What I've done is I've appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, to talk to you about these charges and how we're going to proceed. You have an absolute right to a trial. So I want you to talk to Mr. Lilich on how we're going to proceed. If you tell the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to talk to your lawyer in private. Could you tell him to put you in a breakout?
No, I didn't.
Could you do that for me?
Oh, can you put me in breakout?
Mr. Lilich?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer to resolve Mr. Stone's pending charges. I have reviewed that offer with him. I've explained to him that he does have an absolute right to have a trial, and I've explained his rights related to trial. In lieu of proceeding to trial, he'd like to accept that plea offer. My understanding of that plea offer is that he'll be pleading guilty to 1 count of domestic battery. The city will move to dismiss the failure to appear charge. The city will recommend a 90-day underlying jail sentence, that Mr. Stone be placed on probation on that 90-day sentence after serving 2 days in jail for 1 year, on the condition that he obtain a domestic violence evaluation, have no violent contact with the alleged victim, and pay a total fine and court costs of $173.50. Your Honor, Mr. Stone has advised me that he's been in jail for 2 days. I would ask that the court give him credit for time served, and that the court adopt the plea agreement I just summarized as its order.
All right. Mr. Stone, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes,
Is that how you want to proceed today?
it is.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial, but by entering this plea, you're giving up that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The charge is domestic battery. How do you plead to that charge? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea. The other charge will be dismissed. I will agree to the sentence, 90 days in jail, suspend all but 2 days. You will receive credit for the time that you have served. You'll be on 12 months probation with city probation here at City Hall on the 2nd floor, so you'll have to report there. You must get a domestic battery evaluation and follow those recommendations. You cannot have any violent contact with the victim. You can have contact, you just can't have violent contact. The fine is $150. You cannot possess any guns. I will set your probation orientation date to be April 10th at 10 a.m. So you will have to be here on the 2nd floor of City Hall at 10 o'clock on April 10th. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
If you do not appear, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So just make sure you're here on that date, or you could be sitting back in jail looking at 90 days.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Do you have any questions?
It's my well, I'll probably be released today, right?
Correct. We'll send over paperwork that will get you released. Yes.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay.
I
We'll
appreciate
see you
you.
here April 10th.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Can you get up, swing around here? Oh my God. Yeah, just swing your cell phone around. George Bradley, Judge.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You
Yes,
have
ma'am.
some unresolved matters here. A charge of domestic battery.
Yes,
Looks
ma'am.
like it occurred, the tickets were received 12/19 of 2024. What I have done is I have appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, who is here to help you. What I'd like you to do is speak to your lawyer about your case to see how we need to proceed in this matter. I will let you know that you do have an absolute right to a trial if that's how you wish to proceed. So if you would ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you can speak with your lawyer in private.
Okay. She said, could you put me in a breakout? Yes.
Talk to the public defender.
Yes, Mr. Lilich?
Thank you, Judge. I have had the opportunity to visit with Mr. Bradley. The city has made a plea offer. I've told him about the terms of that plea offer. Mr. Bradley's advised me that he is not guilty of this charge and that he would request that it be set for trial. Your Honor, Mr. Bradley wanted me to let you know that he missed his court date because he was having trouble with his eyes. He was having trouble seeing, and KU Medical Center wound up admitting him, and they did an adjustment with his lens to his eye, and he can now see better. He would request that the court set his trial date in May so he can have an appointment with our office before the trial date. I told him, Judge, how he can make an appointment here, and he feels that with his eyesight being better, he can come here and make an appointment before a trial date if you put it a month out or so.
I will set it for trial May 1st at 8:30.
Thank you, Judge.
All right,
And-
and so,
By
And-
all
Mr.
gun. Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me.
yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna tell, I'm gonna
Mr.
tell him,
Bradley,
Mr.
we
Bradley.
will send over paperwork to release you. I will release you with one condition, that you don't have any violent contact with a Heidi Hopper.
Yes,
I will also make it a condition that you must visit with your counsel, so you need to get here so that you can get your appointment.
yes, ma'am.
Because I don't want to show up on May 1st and nobody's talked to anybody.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Can I ask you?
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Can I ask you? Excuse
Go
me.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
no, what's your question?
Now, I was just wondering that if we still stayed in the same building, would that be a violent contact?
No, you can have contact, just no violent contact. Okay? No hitting, no doing anything like that.
I didn't do nothing like that.
And all right. But you can have contact with her, just no violent contact.
Yes, I just wonder whether I could trust her.
All right. So, trial setting May 1st to 8:30, released with condition to no violent contact, and get with your lawyer. All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
get that appointment, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you have any questions?
No, I think yes. And I just,
All right, we'll send over the paperwork to get you out, all right?
okay, thank you.
All right, you have a good day.
Now, God bless. Thank you.
Yeah, the hearing is over. You can give your headphones back.
Well, God bless. Thank you. Oh,
Just checking, all done there, Judge?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Suvon, Johnny Suvon. Back to you.
Hello.
Hello, is that how you pronounce your name, Suvon?
Yes.
All right. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have many cases here that have been unresolved. You have 4 counts of no trespassing, 3 counts of petty larceny, a failure to appear, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I have appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, who is here on the Zoom call so that he can speak with you about your case. I just want to make sure you understand that you have a right to a trial in this matter. So I'll let you visit with him so we can figure out how you're going to proceed. So if you could tell the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you can talk with Mr. Lilich in private.
Ms. Hutton, could you send me a plea offer for him? You need to, I think you need to turn your mic on.
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir, right now.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Mr. Lilich?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I have had the opportunity to visit with Mr. Suvan. Your Honor, I do have some concerns about whether or not Mr. Suvan knows what's going on today completely. I have reviewed a plea offer that the city has made. I've explained that plea offer to him. He's indicated to me that he wishes to accept that plea offer. Your Honor, I've asked him some things about court and just about where he is and what month we're in and what year it is. And I do have some concerns that based on his responses that maybe he doesn't have a complete understanding of what he's doing. However, when I have asked him about the substance of these charges and what a trial is, he seems to understand that. So I would encourage the court to ask further questions along those lines. But Judge, I have explained to him that the city has offered that if he pleads guilty to trespassing and theft, that the city will move to dismiss his remaining pending charges, which, as I pointed out to him, look like include 3 counts of trespassing, 1 count of failure to appear, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. I've explained to Mr. Subon that the city will recommend that he be sentenced to 120 days in jail, granted probation from that sentence, and formally for 1 year on a condition that he not violate the law and he not return to 3 locations at Village West, which he understands are Target, Walmart, and I'm not sure about the third one. And I've also explained to him that the city is requesting no fine or court costs. So if the court is comfortable, and I am comfortable that he understands that, and if the court, after any inquiry you might think appropriate, feels that he understands, I'd ask that the court adopt that as its order.
Mr. Suvan, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes.
That you are giving up your right to a trial. Do you understand you have that right?
Yes.
All right. By entering these pleas, however, you're giving up that right.
Yes.
Do you understand that if you wanted it set for trial, we could do that and I would release you from jail, you would appear in court and we'd have the trial.
Oh, then I kind of don't understand what that is.
Okay. All right. If you wish to have a trial,
Oh.
we can have you in court with your lawyer and asking questions of the witnesses. Your lawyer would help you present that case. You could help him in your defense. You don't have to testify. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that
And the
means I have to go
city, I'm sorry, go
does
ahead.
it mean that I have to go somewhere?
No, it means that if you want it set for trial, you'd have to come to court to do that.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't have to.
You
Oh,
don't want to come to court to do that?
oh no, I don't know. I thought this is court or
This
I don't
is
know.
court,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
but court also would be in a room and we'd call witnesses. The city would call witnesses to say that you did some of these things, and your lawyer could ask questions to those witnesses.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
All right. By entering this plea, you're basically putting yourself at risk of going to jail for 120 days if you go to these places. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So if you end up at the Walmart or the Target or someplace out the Legends, you could be looking at 120 days.
Yes, I understand.
Right. And so you're going to have to stay away from those places if you agree to this plea.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And so you want to enter this plea.
Yes, I do.
All right. So to the charge of trespass, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty then.
And to that one charge of theft, how do you plead?
Plead guilty.
All right, I will accept your plea. I'll dismiss all the remaining charges. There will be that underlying sentence of 120 days.
Okay, I understand.
But that's suspended. We will let you out of jail today.
Okay,
But the probation requires you to stay away from basically those places out at the Legends.
no problem. I will do that.
All right, and you know where the Legends is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. There's no costs, no fines or costs. So all you have to do once you get out is stay away from those places.
Yes, no problem.
Okay. All right. I'll accept your plea. All the other charges will be dismissed. Just stay away from those places.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
All
you
right.
so
We'll
much.
send over paperwork to let you out.
Yes.
And enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
All
All
right. You
right,
have a
thank
good
you.
one.
All right.
All right, all done there, Judge?
Yes.
All right, the next two are in the same pod, other end of the building. I'll just call them out when they come out.
All right.
Judge Whitman,
Yes.
was that informal probation?
Yeah. He's not.
Oh.
Yeah. Just other than staying away.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Second. Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Jefferson, Keon Jefferson is here. This is KCK Municipal.
Hello, Mr. Jefferson. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here. There's one that occurred, it's a domestic battery that occurred back in June of 2023. You have a domestic that occurred on October 2nd of 2024. And then there's some traffic matters. No registration, no driver's license, no insurance. You got 2 counts of failure to appear in court and a trespass charge. I have appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich. He is on the Zoom. What I'd like for you to do is speak with him concerning these matters on how we're going to proceed. I want you to understand that on any or all the matters, you have an absolute right to a trial. I will ask you that the gentleman that gave you the headphones, if you could ask him to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to speak to your lawyer in private.
Can I be put on breakout so I can speak to my lawyer in private? Thank you.
Mr. Lilich, I think this is another one that I didn't send you, but I'm printing it and sending it to you now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes. I will.
Lorena, you're on, not on mute.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, no, you're all right. Just wanted you to be aware. Yes, Mr. Lilich?
Judge, thank you. I have had the opportunity to discuss Mr. Jefferson's charges with him. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer that I have reviewed with Mr. Jefferson. I have explained to him that he has an absolute right to have a trial instead of proceeding to accept the plea offer. He understands that. He would like to accept the plea offer. My understanding is that if he pleads guilty to domestic battery, simple battery, and another count of domestic battery, the city's willing to dismiss all of his remaining charges and recommend that he serve a 365-day sentence in jail, but grant him probation from that sentence after serving 7 days on the condition that he obtain a domestic violence evaluation and follow the recommendations, that he not return to 2222 North 7th Street for 1 year, that he have no violent contact with the victim, that he not violate the law, and that he pay a total fine and court costs of $650. Judge, I'd ask that the court adopt that agreement as its order. Your Honor, Mr. Jefferson has advised me he's been in jail for 190 days. We'd ask that you consider giving him credit for time served from that 190 days, and you OR him with a date to report to probation today.
Did you understand what your lawyer just said, Mr. Jefferson?
Yes.
I note that you have district court, you're going to be sentenced over there April 4th. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. So you wish to plead to these two charges of domestic battery and simple battery. Do you understand you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
And by entering these pleas, though, you're giving up that right. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. To the charge, the 2 counts of domestic battery, how do you plead?
Plead guilty.
And
Not,
to, I'm
no
sorry,
no contest.
no contest. All right, let me mark that. And to the count of simple battery, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All the other charges will be dismissed. You will have an underlying sentence of that 365 days, the 1 year. All the jail will be suspended except for those 7 days, and you will get credit for time served.
Okay.
So what we will do is we'll be sending paperwork over to the jail today to release you on these charges.
Okay.
However, you still won't be getting out until you're sentenced on that April 4th. You understand?
So I'll get out April 4th.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen to you April 4th. I'm not in charge of that sentence, but these charges will not hold you in jail.
So these charges won't hold me in jail, so I can get
Correct.
out with these charges.
If they let you out, you get out.
Okay, they said if they let me out, if y'all let me out.
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
If you are sentenced on that other charge and they put you on probation, you'll be let out of jail.
Okay.
I just don't know what they're going to do over there on that other charge.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now for your probation, it'll be 12 months on probation. You'll have to get a domestic battery assessment and follow those recommendations. You're to stay away from that 2222 North 7th Street. You're to have no contact with the victim. You'll have that fine, the fine, and no guns. Cannot have any possession of any guns, or you'll run afoul of this probation.
Okay.
To start your probation, you have to go to the orientation. That is on the 2nd floor here at City Hall, which is just across the street from where you're at.
Okay.
It'll be on April 10th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
So don't get it confused. If they put you on probation over there, understand you may be on probation in 2
I'm
different
already on
places.
probation. I'm already on probation.
Okay. So just make sure you've got a report here too.
Okay.
Okay? And it's a city hall, second floor. You need to be here April 10th at 10.
City
Is it-
Hall,
no,
April
10th at 10
April
o'clock.
10th at 10 o'clock. City Hall.
Because otherwise a warrant will be issued for your arrest if you don't appear.
Okay.
Now we'll send over paperwork that has that date on it for you, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions at all?
No.
Your Honor, that was no violent contact with the victim, is that
Oh,
right?
correct, yes.
Good.
All right. Any other questions?
No. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer and that's it.
Okay. Do you want to talk to him again or do you want to talk
Yeah.
to other? You want to talk to
Talk to
him?
my lawyer.
All right. Ask the guy to put you in the breakout.
Breakout.
Okay.
Okay, we're all done on that, Judge.
All right. All right. That will conclude the hearing, Mr. Jefferson. You can have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. You can give the headphones back now.
Okay.
All right, Judge Whittington is next. Take a minute to get him down here.
All right. Thank you.
And Mr. Whittington, Judge.
Hello, Mr. Whittington. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here. You have resisting arrest along with a lot of traffic matters. The most serious one is reckless driving. It looks like you got it. All of those charges looks like April 11th of 2024. I have appointed counsel for you in this matter. And he is Mr. Lilich, and he is here on the Zoom. What I'd like to do is put you in a breakout so that you can talk to your lawyer privately about these charges. I want you to understand that any and all of the charges you can have a trial on. So if you'd ask the gentleman that gave you those headphones to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to talk to your lawyer in private about these matters.
We'll tell him now.
Yeah, ask him to put you in a
I'll
breakout.
put me in a breakout.
Judge, that was Mr. Honeycutt.
No, Whittington. Derek Whittington.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we have two left after this one.
I see only Braden Arnold is left.
Okay,
Just one more. Yes, Mr. Lilich.
Thank you, Your Honor. The city has made a plea offer to resolve Mr. Whittington's pending charges. I have reviewed that with him. He would like to accept that plea offer. Your Honor, I've explained to Mr. Whittington that he does have an absolute right to have a trial, and his rights related to trial. In lieu of proceeding to trial, his understanding is that he'll be pleading guilty to resisting arrest, no driver's license, and operating a vehicle at an unsafe speed. And in exchange for that plea, the city will move to dismiss his remaining charges. The city will be requesting that he serve 15 days in jail, and the city won't oppose credit for time served. And the city will request that he pay a total fine and court costs of $403.50. Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Whittington, I'd ask that the court adopt that as its order. Your Honor, Mr. Whittington has advised me that he has been incarcerated for more than 1 year. We'd ask that the court also give him credit for time served.
Mr. Whittington, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes.
By entering these pleas, you will be giving up your right to have a trial. You understand that?
Yes.
And that's how you want to proceed today?
Yes.
All right. So my understanding, you are going to plea to resisting arrest, correct?
Yes.
No driver's license and no driving at an unsafe speed?
Yes.
And what would your plea be, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
All right. I will accept your plea. All the other charges will be dismissed. The 15 days in jail will be assessed. You will receive credit for time served, and you still will have that fine to pay. I realize that you have been in custody since May of last year. So I'm going to go out a while because I'm assuming once you get out, you're going to try to get a job, etc.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can I ask how much is one of how much is so I can when I get a job, how much are the fines?
Right. I'm going to look them up real quick here. I'll give you the total. And my computer just decided to stop. I'm going to give you some time to pay. As soon as my computer cooperates, I'll tell you. It's a total of $473.50.
Okay.
Total. All right. So I'm going to go to July 25th at 1 o'clock for payment. All right. So you'll have time to, I'm in hopes. I don't know what your sentence is going to be over in district court, but if you do get out, that July 1st, July date will be your date to pay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
So yes, I got a question.
Sure.
Okay, so I served for 15 days in jail, right?
Correct. You'll get credit for that time,
And
so you
then
don't have
pay
to
my
serve any more.
then yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're
That's all I need.
done with our charges. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's all.
All right. I wish you luck in your other case, and you have a good day.
Okay, you too as well.
Thank you.
Thank
That'll conclude the hearing. You can give your headphones back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, moving on to our last one, female Braden Arnold back soon. Pardon me, Judge, Ms. Arnold.
Hello, Ms. Arnold. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have an unresolved case here pending. It looks like you received a ticket for possession of drug paraphernalia back January 29th of 2024. I have appointed counsel for you in this matter. Mr. Lilich is here. So what I'd like you to do is speak to him about how to resolve this matter. I want you to understand that you have an absolute right to a trial if that's how you wish to proceed. So if you would ask the gentleman that gave you those headphones to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to talk to your lawyer in private. Mr. Lilich?
Your Honor, Miss Arnold has been approved by the city for diversion. I've discussed that with her. I've explained to her she has a right to have a trial. She's elected to proceed with diversion. A question that she and I would have for Miss Hutton would be whether or not Miss Arnold needs to sign a written diversion agreement, or if this is just $100 pay and close diversion.
Ms. Hutton?
I apologize, Your Honor. So what we would have, in order for the diversion to be completed, Miss Arnold would need to complete the video, the marijuana video that is on our website, provide verification that that was completed. And then once we have that verification, as well as she pays the $100, it would be a pay and close at that point, sir.
Okay, but no written agreement then,
No,
correct?
sir. No, sir, not needed.
Okay, Miss Arnold, is that what you'd like to do? You're gonna need to see a video on the Unified Government website and pay $100 diversion fee.
Okay, that's fine.
Judge, Miss Arnold would like to proceed with diversion.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get a date here. And that's fine, but by going diversion, you're giving up your right to a trial. Is that how you want to proceed?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go to June 27th. And you're gonna have court that day so that we can determine that you've actually watched this video. All right. We can discuss paying the $100 if that hasn't all been paid, but that video has to be watched before June 27th at 1.
Okay. How would I provide proof of?
Well, there's a mechanism on the website that we would know. But that's why I'm saying come June 27th so that we can make sure that's been done.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Did you have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I know, I believe your other matters may continue to hold you in jail, but this will not.
Okay.
All right, we'll send over paperwork to give you that new court date and release on our charges. All right.
Okay. Thank
right.
you.
All
At
right.
what time, Judge?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, okay.
Yeah. Did you have any questions?
I don't think so.
All right. All right. Well, then that'll conclude the hearing. You can give the gentleman back the headphones.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is it. We're done.
I'll let her know you're done. That's it for my list.
That's what I got. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
See you all.